Hey everyone, I'm Ruth. Welcome back to another video. In this tutorial I'll be showing you how I draw a German Shepherd on drafting film. It is actually a memorial portrait of the lovely dog Keisha, and I'll be showing you all my techniques how to draw this dog. So let's get right into the video. Start with a very light pencil sketch, and then I start with the ear. I draw with a very light hand, and I use my black, various shades of brown, cream, to block in all the basic colors and shapes in the ear. Then I go in with my slice tool, and that is a ceramic knife, to create some hair texture. And this slice tool basically scratches away some pigment, and with this you create realistic looking fur. And for this drawing I chose to draw on drafting film. It's basically a polyester surface on which you can draw really realistically with colored pencils, and by using the slice tool or a ceramic knife in general you can create really realistic looking fur. So on to the second ear, I repeat the process. I draw in some basic shapes, basic colors, blocking in all the shadows and highlights, and then I go in with my slice tool to create the fur, as you can see me doing here. By scratching with this tool you create all the tiny little hairs, and as you can see that really creates a very realistic look. And then I go over it with another layer of colored pencil, and again with the slice tool. And I also use my Tombow Mono Zero eraser. It is a really tiny eraser, and with this eraser you can also create really realistic fur texture. Going in with my pencils again, and then with the slice tool, and on to the head. Here you see me blocking in all the basic colors and shapes again, and really paying attention to the direction the fur is growing in to create that really realistic look. And the fur is really short on the head, so I draw in very short lines, and then I go in with my slice tool to create some texture and hairs that are sticking out, and adding another layer of colored pencil and repeating the whole process again. So onto the eye, blocking in all the shadows and highlights, and then using the slice tool to create some extra highlights, and my Tombow eraser as well. And another big plus from this drawing surface is that you don't have to draw in as many layers as you have to draw on normal drawing paper or paper in general. A few layers already give really vibrant colors, really vibrant results, as you can see here. So that's a big pro from this drawing surface. For this drawing I use my Faber-castell Polychromos pencils, They work really well on this drafting film. They just give really vibrant results, as you can see. They layer very nicely, and well, I'm very happy with how this is turning out. So on the nose, the fur is also very short. I basically lay down a base layer of the brown and the really dark colors here. I don't draw in lines as I did on the rest of the head, but just a base layer of dark brown and also some grey tones and black on the nose. And then I use my Tombow Mono Zero eraser to create some highlights, and also the slice tool here again. The really dark part on the side of his head is a shadow that's cast by the ear. So on to the fur again. If you want to see more of my artwork and learn how to paint and draw yourself, you can head over to my Patreon page. I'll put the link down in the description box. Here you'll find a lot of in-depth tutorials, real-time videos, reference photos to print out for your own artwork, tips and tricks videos, art materials, and a lot more. So I hope to meet you there. Here on the side of the head, the fur is also really short underneath the eye, so I draw in a base layer again. Then I add all the tiny little details with my pencils and later on with the ceramic knife as well. So on to the nose again. Using my knife to create really tiny hairs. And also the eraser. And here I use my black pencil and also my grays to create more depth. And then the knife again to create the fur texture. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on the slice tool. Just scraping off some pigment by scratching really lightly onto the surface. So using the knife again to create some little hairs, and then onto the fur again. And here on the side the fur is really long, so I draw some longer lines. And this is the first time for me that I'm drawing on drafting film and using the slice tool, and I really like it a lot, so I'll definitely make more tutorials with this surface and this slice tool. So darkening up here some areas and creating tiny little hairs to create that realistic look. And underneath the head there's also a shadow, so I draw in that shadow as well. And again darkening up some areas, just layering until I'm happy with the result. And I said that you don't have to draw in as many layers as on other paper, but layering is still important. So just adding layers to create that realistic look. Darkening up the shadow some more and adding some more detail with the slice tool. Just creating all the tiny little hairs. And as you can see, I hold the knife in an angle, and that makes it really easy to create these fine lines. You just have to experiment a little bit with it and get to know the slice tool a little, but when you get used to it, it works really well on this surface. So another layer onto the shadow underneath the head, darkening everything up, and then onto the fur on his neck and the back. Various layers of brown shades, dark brown and lighter brown as well. And here creating the longer fur. And here I'm just blocking in the basic colors and shapes again. And then I go in with my slice tool to create the details and all the tiny little hairs in the fur. Then I draw in another layer of colored pencil and go over it again with my slice tool. And my drafting film is moving around a little bit, I'm sorry for that. I didn't tape it to my table this time. So some final details here. Just adding some color, some extra layers and some more fur texture with the knife. And as you can see, that really works very well. Lightening up some areas and adding some more shadows. Just creating that really realistic looking fur. Adding some more shadow and detail and highlights as well. Just layering some more until I'm happy with the result. Thank you very much for watching my video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell to get informed when a new video comes out. You can leave a comment down below and don't forget to share my video with all your friends. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you. Bye!